Hey guys, how's it going? It's Josue back again with another video on Hear Me Raw, and today I want to give you guys my update on what's been going on in the world. And yeah, it's been really interesting. For me, I feel everything that's happening is happening for a reason. That's the belief that I've picked up on recently in life, and it's one that I'm keeping. And that's one thing I want you guys to be mindful of is like you can adjust, you can make adjustments, you can change your mind, you can recreate yourself, you can rebuild yourself. In fact, your body is constantly rebuilding itself. Change is the only constant, so don't be afraid to change and to make changes, and to know that the truth is always ever changing. You might think you know it at one point, but then boom, it changes on you just like that. And you have to be ready. You have to give yourself a little bit of room for expansion, or else you're gonna burst. So you gotta be able to flow like water. So a lot of things that's been going on in the world right now, man. It's like it's conspiracy on top of conspiracy on top of conspiracy. Except for at this point, they're no longer conspiracies. These are facts. These are things that are happening. We have the information. It's right in front of us. It's no longer being hidden. 11/11. I believe 2018. That was an 11 year. So everything was brought to light. Like your everything. Your shadow was brought in front of you for you to work on. And I feel like the spiritual realm, like it was just like the veil was just thin, and information was just coming through, and people were picking up on it. So many awakenings, and so yeah, so you had to face yourself, and you're about face to face with yourself. And I feel like this year, 2020, which is like clear vision, 2020 vision, you would think that this is the year where we fly, like we thrive, and it actually is. But the way that's happening is kind of through a scorpion way, like Scorpio, through destruction. So fire, darkness. Darkness is everywhere. Everything comes out of darkness. Everything comes out of nothing. So that's why we're kind of going through like I've told a couple of friends, like I feel like I'm going through like a dark night of the soul, and I feel like everybody's kind of going through that right now. We've been um we've had to stay at home, we've had to sit still, we've had to like have all of our distractions taken away from us, a lot of our vices taken away from us, and we've had to like change. We've had to adapt. We've had to find a way to cope, and some of it worked, some of it didn't. Some beautiful things have come out of this, some negative things have come out of this, like domestic abuse going up and things like that, and relationships being rocky, a lot of unemployment. Those things are not so good. But it's showing something. It's showing that the system was not built for the people. That the system was not. That the system is not sustainable, and things have to change. So we are here now, on our phones a lot more, having to video chat rather than see each other and touch each other. Um, the coronavirus thing showed like how even the president was misinformed. Like it seems like the president was getting his information at the same time as we were. So that gave us a lot of panic. So that's our leader. He's supposed to help us and make us know that we're doing the right thing and everything. But he was all over the place with his information and doing things. And so if we don't have faith in our leader, that makes it really tough to have faith in anything. I was thinking the other day how like we are literally at a time where we are so scared and have no faith in our medical system that if we are dying, or if we feel like we're dying, we don't want to go to the hospital because we don't want to get a huge ass bill. So our medical system is not, our healthcare system is not working for us. Our pharmaceutical system is there. They want us poisoned. They want us hooked on their things. Like it seems like everybody's trying to get us hooked. Hollywood's trying to get us hooked on movies and on TV. So that taking us away from life, taking us away from our connection to nature. So that actually a good thing from this is actually a lot of us are seeing that we love nature, and how like being told that we can't go anywhere now that it's nice out. What do we want to do? We all want to go out. So people, like, the nature has been packed. I've never seen this many people go into the woods before, other than like hot summer days. So this has been a great time to reconnect if you have chosen to do that, to slow down, to heal, especially to make changes. Like I said, changes. Yoga Mike did a video and he talked about change and how like something about change is it needs to be done alone. You need some alone time. And sometimes a lot of us don't have alone time. We always have a distraction. We always have something going on. You have to find some way to tune these things off and to be with yourself and be with your mind, and also just to be given the space to be quiet, to be still, and to not be bothered, because we all do need that. And it's nice when you can do that in the presence of others as well. Like when you're in a space where you're allowed to be, you're allowed to take space, to take time if you need to, and no one feels any type of way about it. These are healing spaces. I've gone to a lot of them. Typically, is going out a couple hours into the woods, where there's like no signal and there's plenty of land, crystals all around, and you just do whatever. You can draw, you can take a nap if you need to, you can go and work in the garden. The food is local. Usually, you can do yoga, whatever. That those kind of spaces are very healing. One thing I like about those kind of spaces typically too is like the rooms get pitch black, dark at night, and which is great. Which is great for like visualization because you don't have anything bothering you. So that's nice as well. And of course, the nice smell, clean air, and you're not around all these cell phone towers and things like that. So this is a way to heal, and this is what we really have to go towards. Is we have to protect our people rather than experiment on them, because I feel like that's what we're doing. The rate at which our technology is growing is too fast. Like we're putting out technologies that are hurting people way faster than they need to be. Like our phones are pretty powerful enough already, or the data speeds are pretty powerful enough already. We can slow it down and work in a better, more efficient way and work together, rather than like the way that we're doing right now, because we're stripping the earth of its minerals. So we got put on timeout, because on you can think about it, on every single industry we've gotten to a way where we're doing things in a cheap way, but it's hurting the earth. We use a lot of plastic. When we have hemp, we can make biodegradable plastic out of hemp and so many things, fuel and everything. And hemp is food, it's rope, it's clothing, it's so many things. It's a magical plant, but we've made it illegal. Cannabis, the plant itself, when you smoke it, juice it, whatever, eat it, use it as an edible. There are so many powerful ways in which to use it in combination with other very psychoactive plants as well that are just very beneficial. And we've gone away from those, and we've kind of tried to go in a lab and create our own things, which are definitely helpful. The pharmaceutical industry, I don't think, is useless. They definitely have some beautiful things, powerful medicines as well. But if we're just relying on that and we're not relying on ourselves and not seeing the nature within ourselves, and also not seeing how beautiful nature is outside of us, and knowing that nature is a reflection of what's within us. So once we see the expansiveness, once we see the beauty of nature, we know that that's within us. We know that that's us. Once we see the stillness of the trees and the connectedness of the trees, and as well as that a tree can be so still as well, but then there's parts of the tree that just flow. So you know that you can be still and you can flow at the same time. You can stand your ground and you can flow along with the flow of life, and then you can make your own decisions along the way. You can do all of that. Like, it's you. You have so many outlets, so many ways of being, so many ways of being, so you don't have to limit yourself. So, yeah, I feel that we are limiting ourselves, and to the point where, like, we're putting ourselves in our own prisons, mental prisons. We're enslaving ourselves. Bob Marley said, free yourself from mental slavery, and we desperately have to do that. We need to do that, because a lot of times we're the ones entrapping ourselves in our own minds with beliefs, with traditions, and things like that. Things that we should let go of. So if we're not letting go of these things, then we keep on not we become hoarders. We're kind of overweight. We're not letting go of things. We're not letting go of anger. We're having a lot of resentment. A lot of us are still dealing with childhood traumas, which we need to work through and let go of, so that way we can face life. If we're still back when we're 7 and we haven't gotten over that, we're gonna be acting like a 7-year-old, and that's not cool. So now you have children having children. We have hurt people hurting people. So with everything going on now, we know like the world, everybody's got a lot of pain inside of them, and now the media is giving them so many reasons to be angry about it. It's like almost like they're playing us, like they're wanting us to go crazy, they're wanting us to get mad, they're wanting us to fight. But I feel like we've got to a point where we can go beyond that, and we can understand, we can see the bigger picture, and understand that there's many different sides of this fight, and all sides and all voices and all opinions are valid. Nature needs this, the earth needs this, and the earth needs to balance itself out, and this is how it's doing it. Police brutality cannot go on. These are the people that are supposed to protect us. If you have freaking people that are scared to live every second of their lives, that means they have to literally be afraid every second of their lives. That's not good. Like, you're literally killing a population just based on that, because they're not like, they're doing everything else. They're doing everything everybody else is doing, and everybody else is being protected and treated right. But then they get taken for granted. They get, um, you know, their bodies go missing. Their kids, black women, black children go missing. Nobody talks about it. um, it's sad. Like, you can search this and you can find this information just like that, but what's being done about it? There's not a lot being done about it. And police brutality, it's come up so much, and right now, because of George, we're finally seeing the whole world come. But at the same time, we have with the Blackout Tuesday thing. So what's her name, babe? Hillary Clinton was supposed to go to court for some emails, some compromising emails, which, because of Blackout Tuesday, nobody was posting yesterday, and that went under the radar, and apparently she did not show up. So there's conspiracies on top of conspiracy going on, and in a way, it's like, what can we do? How do we not go crazy? How do we live in this time? What's the right thing to say? What's the right, how should we feel? Do we protest? Do we not protest? It's a lot of questions that we have to ask ourselves. And for me, I would say just do what feels right to you. Follow your intuition. I think the most important thing, though, is really to face yourself. If you finally have the time to do so, is to face yourself. Is to do some mirror magic. Maybe look at yourself in the mirror, look into your eyes in the mirror, do things like that. Do some affirmations, some meditations, do some breath work. I'll be sharing some of those practices on my Instagram as well as on this channel as well. But get to know your body inside out. Focus on yourself in this time. The thing is, like I said, a lot of these distractions, they kept you away from yourself. You were paying attention. You're paying attention to other things. Now you need to pay attention. You need to give back to yourself. You need to balance it out. So it is time to get to know yourself. It is time to meditate. It is time to know thyself, because you need to learn to know your spaceship, because your body is your vehicle. It's your unconscious mind. It's telling you a lot about yourself, and you're using this body to fly through space, because we are all flying through space. So you need to learn how to navigate your spaceship. You need to learn how to get into your body. You need to become embodied, and eventually you're gonna realize the God that you are. Because even in the Bible it says, "Have I not told that ye are gods?" And we're told that we are created in the image of God, and the breath of God is what gives us life, gives us life, prana. Without oxygen, this body ceases to move. Like, that's mad important. So the breath of God that lives through everything. So you see that connection. You are connected to everything. The breath of God is within you, and it's within others. And if you're into yoga, namaste. The divine in me honors and salutes the divine in you. So, like, the God in you sees the God in others, and you really start to connect with people on that level. So then it goes beyond their race, it goes beyond their gender, it goes beyond whatever. Then you start seeing souls, you start seeing other gods, and you start bowing, to other gods. You don't worship each other, you see each other. So, like in Avatar, yeah, that seems like, what do they say? They say, "I see you." And when you really start to connect with somebody, you get to that point where you look him in the eye, and you guys see each other. So that's what I have to say about that, man. Like, it's a lot of crazy things going on right now, but we we can't change the world overnight or anything like that. And these things are gonna pass. We're gonna make it through this year. A lot of things are being blown out of proportion, but what should never change in this ever-changing world is to always focus on yourself, is to always get back to yourself, is to always heal. Massage, self-massaging, yoga practices, breath work. Like I said, give back to yourself. Your body is doing a lot of things for you. Your mind especially is doing a lot of things for you. Make sure that you're feeding your mind some good things. Make sure that you're getting all your vitamins. Go to just, yeah, make sure you're doing good, man. I'm gonna be sharing my diet update in a little bit. but not now because this video will be too long for that. But make sure you're getting your vitamins. Make sure that you're doing good. Take care of your mental health, physical health. Again, keep up with me, and I'll share with you guys what I'm doing. I have some great like stretches and exercises for you guys to do, and some teachings as well. And we're about to get ready to walk out in nature, and it's great to get some fresh air. It's amazing to ground too. I've started to ground again. I stopped grounding for a while, barefoot out in nature, to connect with Mother Nature. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, man. Let me know what you think about this video. And yeah, crazy times that's going on right now. But again, we are going to get through it. We are going to get through it, and through this time, it's a great time to learn some practices that you can use for the rest of your life to deal with anxiety, to deal with panic attacks, to deal with stress and everything like that, to help you, maintain, good blood pressure, good blood flow within your body and things like that. These are going to be the important things, the things that are going to help you to be agile even when you're in your 80s and 90s. This is what's going to be important, so you can run around with your babies. That rhymes right there, because you're gonna want to have babies, man. You're gonna want to see the next generation. You're gonna want to protect next generation. That's what we're here to do. We're here to protect. We're protectors, and as human beings, we're kind of seen as destroyers now. But nah, these hands can create and they can destroy. We both have that capability, and it's about time that we get back to being the creators and protectors that we truly are. I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe.